folks, this is John the Vintage Fisherman. The upcoming video is kind of I'm building my dream reel here. Of late, I've really gotten into the Cardinal 3s, Zebco Cardinal 3s, and you can get really wrapped up in them. I'll tell you right now, I mean, they fish great stock. The only thing I would change on stock definitely would be the spool. The plastic spools, I thought I had a couple up here. I guess I didn't bring them up. They'll crack if you leave mono on them. The mono swells and actually cracks the spool. So, but these reels can be modified. You can spend several $100s on one reel, you know. And so the video coming up is of me taking a Cardinal 3, a stock Cardinal 3 that I've fished with for a while now. Love it. But I've got others that are stock, and I wanted to take one and actually just kind of, I wanted to leave the patina, but I wanted to make everything mechanically as good as it can get. So here's the reel. This is the finished product. As you can see, it's got the clear lexan cover on it. You can see the cross wind, the gears moving in there. It's got the aftermarket spool. Let me go over everything I did to it. It got the aftermarket spool. It's got the short throw, quick cast bail arm. It's got the bail roller, or the new line roller on it that everybody suggests that it eliminates line twist. I am using braid on this particular reel. I don't normally fish with braid. I just put braid on. We'll try it with braid. I may not like it. May go back to mono. I've always used 4-pound test on this reel. It's got the aluminum handle, aluminum knob. I've got the Canaria system inside of here that makes it's just a better anti-reverse lever, and it's got a nicer sound to it. Gosh, I'm trying to think what all I have done to this reel now that I'm thinking about it. Oh, updated Carbon-Tex drags. Very smooth drag system on it. And let me see if I'm doing it right here. Here we go. Just super smooth. And I really like this lexan cover. There was a lot of modifications to make this cover work. So if you're lucky enough to find one of these covers like I did, a friend of mine who I've helped him out with some reel parts in the past, he had one of these. And he actually had two. He had a clear and a green, and he said, I really want to keep the clear, but I'll save the green. And I'm like, I'm fine with that because the reel's already green, and in the future I'm going to paint this reel again. I'm going to go back with the stock color, so the green is fine. And I think it looks great. But that crosswind lever in there you see moving, if you go to one of these lexan covers, that crosswind lever hits the standoff on the cover where the bolt goes through, and you have to modify it. So stay tuned in the video and watch that. It's near the end. It is at the end because I have to go back through and do it take it apart several times to fix it. But I'm super happy with this reel. I'm going to try to edit this video coming up where it's not 2 hours long, because that's exactly what the video is. I'm going to try to go through and cut out some of the time I was just trying to make things fit. Had troubles with the handle. I bought a nice wooden knob for it. That wouldn't work. Spoiler alert. So I went back to the black, and I actually like the black handle. This is the stock factory black. I like it. I'm going to stay with it. I'll keep the wood knob for another reel. I have two of these modified now. I can't get to the other one. I should have had it up here when I was getting ready to do the video. This one's the most heavily modified that I have. And looking forward to fishing with it. At the end of the video, I'm going to have some footage of me fishing with it. So stay tuned for that. Anyway, thanks for watching. Spoiler alert, I get it going. You can see it here. It's a long video. There's a lot of modifications to make to get this reel to work the way I want it to. So thank you for watching, and y'all take care. All right, folks, here's a video that I've been waiting forever to do because it takes forever to get parts. This is one of my Cardinal 3s that I fish with, but it's all stock. It's like there's no modifications to it, and it fishes pretty good. That's a little sluggish. Don't know why, but I've decided to modify it, and so I don't know why that bell got so sluggish just from the last time. It is a little chilly in the garage today. I think the bell spring's getting weak. I've got a lot of goodies for this. I got a whole pile of goodies for this. I'm going to tell you right now, these things are addictive. You'll get started working on these things, and next thing you know, you spent, let's just say, several $100s. Yeah, so we're going to be replacing the handle. I will be reusing this ring because I could not get a new ring in the color that I wanted. So and that don't want to come off for some reason. That's odd. There we go. You have to turn it the right way. That's what it's, left-hand thread. So this handle will be replaced. We'll use this. I've got a new handle right here from Avail. New drag knob for it. New selector. I'm putting a black one on. I've got the Canaria system, so it quietens the clicking down. It doesn't click quite as loud. I've got new screw set, short throw bell arm, new spool, new drag washers. So we're just going to take the whole thing apart. Let's just take it all apart and change everything out as we go. How about that? I even have a new cover for it. This cover is missing the label on it. I've got a really cool cover. Can't wait to show you. We'll keep that cover. Nothing wrong with it. Just not super pretty. All right, we've got snap ring in here. It needs to come back out. Yeah, these reels have really took off in the whole market of modifying, customizing. Main gear won't be messed with. I'm probably going to clean all the parts up. And start fresh with the lubricant, because this is some older lubricant here. So that's probably what my next step is going to be, is to clean all the parts after I get it apart. I've had this reel for right at a year, and I've fished with it quite a bit. I had it on a vintage Eagle Claw Featherlight. Look how sluggish that is. It's pretty bad. So we'll take our little forked screwdriver. I don't know what the heck. I need to look it up and see what that's called. Somebody put in the comments. It might save me a 2-second Google search. I have a new roller for it. I've got the actual ball bearing roller for it. I'm not sure what rod this is going to go back on, because I don't think we'll put it back on the Featherlight. I've got a stock, another bone stock 3 that will probably go on that rod. It's just a factory stock reel looks go on that rod. I'll get my words out in a minute. And you got a liner in there, so I have to push that out. Now, I'll take a Q-tip. Sometimes that gets it going. There we go. That liner is stuck. There we go. We're good now. Don't think I'll need that on the new build. You got to remember this has 2 bell springs. I don't know why it's so sluggish. So you need to attach the bell spring off this side to this bell arm so you don't get them confused. They are a different wrap, I believe. And so I just take a, well, what I do with it, I guess I used it for something. Oh, there it is. Just take a little piece of pipe cleaner and put on it and use it like a bread tie or something. Just tie it on there. That way you don't get confused which side it went on. I used super lube when I built this reel, and I'm not happy with that stuff, so I'm probably going to not build with super lube this time. There's a freaking dog here. Golly. The dog don't even come in the garage. There's hair everywhere. Jeez. I must have got it from our room, maybe. But the dog didn't go in there either. Fishing room's off limits to animals. There's too many lures hanging on rods ready to go fishing for a critter to go in there and get hung up in it. Plus, I have a couple of plants that are toxic to cats, so cat can't go in there. We're going to leave this alone, clean it just as it is. It's not dirty, so we took that down as far as we need to. This has a new bearing in it, so I don't have to worry about the bearing. Let's take the we'll take the anti-reverse out of it. We're going to be replacing this anti-reverse. I have the Canaria system there. Canaria, I believe is that French for quiet? I don't know. These parts will get cleaned up and put in a package and save for the next stock build, right? All right, let's remove the snap ring. And just pull the bearing out. Like I said, the bearing is brand new. That's a good one. I don't know if it's a Boca or not, but I remember when I built this reel, I ordered some expensive bearings for it, so. We'll give that some high-speed oil here. Let it soak in. You can take those seals off, and believe it or not, the bearing will run faster, smoother, but you lose some of the weatherproofing. And you know, I fish with these reels. They're not just, they do sit on the shelf, but they also go fishing. And I don't want to take them out there and go fishing and they get water up in there and ruin the bearing or something. So we'll take this little snap ring off of this selector. This comes right out. Put it right Actually goes right here with the Canaria, with the anti-reverse, which will soon be changed out to Canaria. Now we can take the knob loose. Left hand thread, I always forget that when I first climb into one of these things. I've got new screws for it. Got a new knob for it. We'll take a little angle bracket out. Just, how did I get the drag so dang tight? There we go. Just take that little angle bracket out. It's a spacer, basically. Set that aside. Then to get your drag washers out. Now, finally, after doing a few of these things, figured out they come out best if you tilt them back like that, and then just push them right there. They come right out. And that's the same way you need to go back in with it. And so we'll clean all this up. And when we come back, we're going to put together a really nice little reel. It's going to be beautiful. And I'm probably going to use different grease than I've ever used in one of these. I'm going to try some of the Cow's Purple. It's a higher speed grease. Well, it's a lighter grease. There's the purple right there. I got a whole tub of it. I got enough to last me the rest of my life and maybe a couple more lifetimes. But so let's clean it up. I'll be back. Oh. Okay, it's all cleaned up. Let's figure out what we're going to use and what we're not going to use now. We're not going to use the handle or the knob. I'll put that over here. Here's the new knob. Really nice little wood grain knob. Beautiful, isn't it? I've already got one of those on one of my other reels. Really like it. And here's all the hardware for that. We'll get into that later. Don't really need any of this. Everything's from iOS Factory. It's I ordered all this through Hedgehog, I believe. I'm gonna try to link everything. I'm not real good at that, but we'll try. Let's see, where's the rest of the handle at? Here. Avail handle. I use a lot of their stuff even in my other reels. I went with black, and I did pretty good getting everything in black that I wanted, except for that dust shield. Cannot get that in black, so I'm going to use the silver until I get the black in. And I'm going to reuse this baggie, so we're going to empty the baggie all the way up. There's some shims and hardware that go with the handle. We'll finish all that up at one time. Or did I just throw the whole... I just said I was going to use the baggie and throw it in the trash. Okay, that was smart. We're going to put some parts in this, smaller parts. Here is the Canaria system. And this goes on the rotor. You can go around the rotor, I believe it is. I may put that on there. This reel's not in beautiful shape, but it's missing some paint. It's a good one to fish with, you know. So we'll throw that. They call it the Canaria system for Cardinal. And there is the whole Canaria system. Now, what it doesn't have that you have to reuse is this screw that you can put the anti-reverse dog. You can go ahead and do away with that. And the little selector, because I got a new one of them, not new, it's used, but it's black. So let's find that over here. I'm telling you, I got parts sitting around everywhere, folks. I've been doing this, been collecting these parts for 2 months for this reel. There's the black selector. And I got all the other hardware here. We're going to combine this hardware. That way, if I go looking for it, I'll keep that baggie in case I need another. We'll keep all that hardware together. I've got everything in there for a couple of anti-reverse dogs now. I have new drag washers. These are from Ashlin Fishing. I believe it's an American company. I got these pretty quick. Don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. I think it's an American company. I got them in a couple of days. I ordered enough to... These are Carbon Tex washers, I guess. And I got enough of these to do all of my Cardinals. Because right now, all mine are running the original drag washers in them. So we'll keep the originals. They're still good. They haven't been smoked. If you're smoking drag on ultralight, you just need to do away with being an ultralight fisherman. Just move on to something else. We've got a screw set that'll go in this reel. We're replacing this one, the one in the cover, which I'm not taking out because I'm not going to reuse this cover right now. I believe this one. Here's the screw set. Actually, replacing that one too. This is from Avail. I'm going to fill the trash can up with wrappers. So basically what I'm doing, laying all this stuff out. So when I go to build it, it's pretty much ready to put into the reel. These are in black. I was fortunate enough to get those because they were out of stock for a while. And I went back in to look and they'd come back into stock. So I just grabbed them. I think I'll just leave that in there. I've got a bunch of these screws. They're all over here. I've replaced, this is my second one of these custom kits for the C3, for the 3. So I got a lot of spare parts. So let's see what we got here. Yeah, this one goes on the rotor. That one goes on the rotor. This goes with the Canaria system. And I thought I got a new one for the handle, but I guess I did not. So I'll have to reuse that one. I can't remember what this one's for. Oh, this one's for the handle, for the knob on the rear. So, yeah, that makes sense. So I'll have to order. I haven't gotten one of these. I will have to reuse this screw. I don't guess I've got another one in here. It's in prettier shape. Actually, I've got another one, but it's in... Oh, wait a minute. There's one. Yeah, this one's in prettier shape than that one. It hasn't been butterflied, so we reuse that one. And I'll just leave this one with the cover. As you can tell, the cover's missing the label. And it's scuffed up. So speaking of covers, I got to thank a friend of mine. I forgot about this part. Those are ball bearings for Micro, Alcedo Micro. I don't want to lose those. They were hard to come by. He was able to get me a bearing set. But also, oh wait a minute, this has a screw with it, so we're good. We'll just put that back over here. This is the clear cover, which I don't think they make anymore. It's a clear green cover. He did say that you may have to do some clearancing on it. We'll see when we get it together. And of course, here's the screw, and I'll have to pick which one of those cool looking, probably that top one, sticker to go on there. So, and I got the Hedgehog sticker to put on here too. Hedgehog Studios, these guys, all this stuff comes out of Japan. Apparently these reels are a real solid following in Japan. And we're going to put this on real quick. Before you stick any stickers on anything, always make sure you clean it good. Just take some isopropyl and rub it down. Let that dry for a second or two. What am I doing wrong here? That's odd. There we go. Well, you got to get that on there straight because you can get 2 shots at it. There. That looks pretty cool. And I've got the little tiny Hedgehog Studio sticker I'm going to stick on there. I did that to my other custom. It looks pretty good. I like it. Keeping all those little bags for now. And we'll just clean that knife blade really good. And we'll stick that underneath the knife blade, and then we can kind of line up where we want it and stick it on there. And there we go. There's our clear cover ready to go. I got a couple extra parts baggies here, so we'll put that in the box. I got a lot of stickers. They are not shy to giving you stickers. Okay, we're moving right along here. Here is the iOS factory line roller. This might get a little complicated here. I've never done one, so it looks like there's a whole lot of different pieces to this puzzle. So, yeah, we'll set those right over there. I've been told this makes a huge difference with this reel. As far as line twist. So, I can't read Japanese, so I'm just going to throw that box away. And this is going to be a long video, folks. I apologize, but it's kind of like an unboxing video too. So you can see how it's got the V groove in it. We're going to put this one and this liner in this baggie and keep it for safekeepings. I also have the quick cast arm. That's all there is to that. It's just the arm. It replaces this arm. I have one of these and really like it. It's a little bit shorter throw. And I've really gotten used to it and like the way it works. So we'll keep that for safekeeping. And with our bigger parts here, I've got the new spool. I went with the 320 spool for this reel. I got the 340 on my other reel. The other black part that I couldn't find that I wanted was the ring. I wanted to get that in black. I was unable to find that. So maybe on down the road, I hear they make it sometimes, and I might be able to get lucky enough just to be on Hedgehog and find that, and I'll order it. And last, the drag knob. This is a brand new drag knob. Got the numbers on it. Since I'm going to a more of a blacked out reel here. So we'll replace that drag knob. That's in still good shape. Just the numbers are gone. You can take a pen and real light, like a Sharpie, and real lightly put the numbers back on, but I'm telling you, they don't last. I've tried it. So and, then I got the sticker here for the rotor. I'm not 100% sure I'll put that on. And I've got two of those actually. Yeah. So if I mess one up, I've got a spare. All right, so here it is. I guess we'll start out over here. All this is good. Don't need to really do anything with any of that. So we'll put the arm on it. This is the new short throw arm. I can't remember which hole I ended up going with on this. You can adjust how much tension you have by which one of the holes you put the spring into. Of course, the other problem is this is made differently, so let's see what the factory one was. So it was about like that. Yeah, this could be fun, not gonna lie. Because this has to go all the way around. That. That's the sound of me being stupid. I don't know which one goes on here. because, oh, you know what? It's a different knob. That's what the problem is. I actually have to put the factory knob back on that. I'll have to replace that. I did not realize that this has to be. And I'm running out of fingers to work with here. It has to have this big knob, this big, what did I say, knob? Screw, I'm sorry. This is a counterbalance, so you have to have this heavier one on here. I'll order another one. I just forgot that in my ordering of parts. But it's got to have the big screw over here, so I'll put that on my list of things to get still. Why is it acting like that? Well, that don't fit in there, does it? Is there a special screw that has to go in there? What is going on here? Yeah, I may not be able to use this arm just yet. Yeah, that screw won't fit in there. So, I think I ran into this before and forgot about it. Yeah, see, no, I don't have something right. No, John, you're not doing this right. This one goes on this side. That one has to stay with that side. It's one of these right here, but okay. So one of these will work. I wonder why they give you two of the same dang screw. Okay, let me back up here. I was wrong. Boy, this is going to be a disaster of a video, isn't it? Y'all bear with me. We can go ahead and put the screw in there because it will. Neither one of those screws will work with this. So I'm not sure why neither one of these will work. They'll screw in there, but they're not going to work. So I'm not sure why I've even got them. Let's just show you. Not too sure if they didn't send me the wrong screws here. Yeah, those aren't going in there. So, let's just dump all these screws back out. Looks like I'm just going to have to keep digging through them to get them right. This is going to have to go back in for now. I'm not real happy about that because they were supposed to work with this reel no matter what. Oh well, live and learn. Luckily, these screws aren't in bad shape, and we'll just put them on there, and nobody will ever know the damn difference anyway. That one don't want to go in there. What in the devil is going on here? I just took these screws off of this reel. Lord have mercy. There it goes. We got it now. Didn't want to catch threads. All right. And then you should. Well, there went the spring. I see it. Well, I got lucky on that. Okay. We won't pop it like that again. Oh, me. This video is a disaster. We'll get it there, though. I'll put the spring back in place. There. Okay, I can live with that. Now this will go back on over here. You know, I'm learning the same time that y'all are about these. Some of y'all out there probably already done a few of these. I'm new to this. This is my second one. This one's going together very differently than my last one did. Something I didn't do is put grease on that other side, so. You can get the new part for this side too. I didn't see any point in that, so I left it with this. See, these won't work over there. I'm not really too sure where those two screws go. You have to put this heavier. This is a counterbalance screw. What in the devil? How can I get this wrong? I get aggravated with myself. Sound like we got a little rain out there finally. We needed it. This is not right. This is totally not working right. It's locking up. I know I've got the right spring on the right side because I literally took the spring off and put it right with the damn thing. So, and I'm doing something wrong with the install here, aren't I? It should come right. It should be it right there, but it doesn't want to work there. When you tighten this down, it locks up. Okay. That's not right though. It's turning the whole dang screw. That's not supposed to do that. That screw's not supposed to turn. Something's wrong with this right from the get-go. It's like, I think the spring is binding up under the, see, it's locked up. Yeah, I don't know. I may have to stop this video and sort some of this mess out, because this isn't working good. This is not working at all. These parts just came off this reel, and I've been fishing with this reel, so I know it's the right parts. The spring is now messed up. Look what's happened to the spring. I know I've got the right spring with it, so I don't know what I've done wrong. And I don't have any more spring, so I may start this video over, or I may not even air it, because I don't have a spring here. And as hard as it is to get parts for these damn things right now, I'll be a month or two getting one. So I don't know what I've done wrong. I don't understand what's... I don't understand what's backwards about this. Oh my gosh. See, when you put it in there, where it should be, it's pulling the spring around the wrong way. There we go. Ah, I was spinning it the wrong way. The operator error. Okay, let's keep moving forward here. Good grief. This is my first fishing reel I've ever done. Oh my goodness. These little boogers can be aggravating. There we go. Now it's right. Let's see, if you put it in there now, it wants to come back to where it should. Yeah. Okay. Now we got to figure out this Canaria, this roller system. I didn't see any instructions. So I guess these are measured in, this would be the least to most. I never saw any instructions with any of this. It was just in there. We'll start out in the middle. Just see what happens. I guess the main goal here is that the roller rolls, right? I don't think you reuse the bushing that goes in here with these. Pretty sure you don't. Okay, I'm going to have to release this. Oh. God, time of the day. All right, this goes on. What? These don't even go on there. Is that a diameter?
that's a diameter, we need to go to the thicker one, or the wider one, 3.6 possibly. I don't know. This is the first time I put one of these rollers. These came highly recommended by all my friends who fish with these things. They said, "Oh, this is what you got to have." And now you got to be careful here not to mix these up, because yes, that's what it is. It's the inside diameter of that bushing. It's to take up for any wear, or maybe there was a difference in manufacturing. And I got lucky and got the right one. So, and then you got, let's give that some oil, of course. And you got the little standoff that goes on there. So I'm about an hour into just putting the rotor together. That's intelligent. Let's get this thing together here. With my tool. So if you're building one of these out there, it's the inside diameter that's important. And I started out with the middle. There we go. So that's, the rotor is done. I'm going to put these back into, these came out of the 3.5. And these will go into the box here. And if I don't like the way this thing is working, I can always switch them out. All right. Well, that was fun. All to build a rotor. Let's do the drag. Oh my goodness, John. The things I get myself into for fun. But it's a Sunday. I got nothing else to do. Lisa's at work. What am I going to do? I'm going to work on fishing gear. It's raining. Not that I have anything against fishing in the rain. I fished in the rain plenty of times, but yeah, I passed on it today. We haven't really gotten into my favorite time of the year for fishing yet. That's May and June. But I will say this. We got an early summer coming. We're already seeing signs of summer, so we'll put, there's a flipping hair down in there. I'm pretty sure the cat comes down here and parties during the night or something. I don't know. Don't know what Murphy does. Yeah, I'll go ahead and put the knob on. That is an aluminum knob. Because these are a little bit the same, aluminum corrodes really easy. I'll put a little bit of oil or grease on that. Okay, there we go. So I was able to get the black screws for this, which is always nice. All right, we'll tighten that down once we get it together. And of course, some of that pretty purple lube down in there. And we'll leave that just like that. Let's go ahead and tighten that knob down a little bit now. Be careful, because these things they will butterfly on you pretty easily. There we go. Okay, we're ready for the drag system. You have You'll have the triangle washer. And I'm gonna run these in some purple cows. It's made for drag also. You'll have a soft washer. You get your keyed washer. Whoops. And then another carbon washer, fiber washer, soft washer, whatever you want to call it. Then you got another triangle washer. Then you got the one that's got the springiness to it, right? And all that. Oh, goodness. All wouldn't fall apart. I haven't got it in there yet. Yeah, it's raining again. That sounds great. I'm sure Lisa's not enjoying that. She's out there working in it. This has got to go in here. Oh. I always have this happen. That outer spring washer always gets caught on the arm of the press, I guess you call it. And it never wants to make that turn. And man, I tell you what, it's a challenge to your patience, folks, getting the drag back into one of these reels. But once you get it, you got it. And there it is. And then you can put this little shim down in there. Tighten up your drag. All right. Those little triangles need to be flat to the plate of the reel, the casing of the reel. Down in there, they have to be flat to it. Same way on the Cardinal 4 too. Now we can put this little guy in there. This is actually a used part. Once again, you can't get some of these parts new anymore. I haven't seen these new. It goes in. It's the black one, so it matches the rest of my mess here pretty good. And we will try to get that into place. That doesn't look right though, but I'm guessing it is. There we go. And here's your Canaria system. I'm not sure why they got the shims in there. Yeah, the factory one does not have shims, so let's just confuse the hell out of the guy building the damn things. I really don't know the purpose. You tell me. You don't get instructions, folks. You just don't get instructions. The factory one, it may be to take up but they're the same thickness, so don't know. I think I ran into this before on my other one. That see, they only go on the screw to one step. They won't. Yeah, I'm not too sure. We'll just put a couple of them on there and see what happens. Yeah, I'm a mechanic, and I rebuild differentials occasionally. And there's some very specific tolerances you build those to, right? And when you're a mechanic and you're used to building things to a specific tolerance, yeah, you get to where you expect some specifications, I guess you could say. And some of these reels, you don't get that. You just don't. You just have to go in there and just figure it out. Sometimes it's not a lot of fun. So we'll put this screw straight. I can't believe I get this in there without messing those shims up. But we're going to try. By gosh, I think I got it. Now, I probably have the spring upside down. I do. So I get to try that again. See if I can get as lucky the second time as I did the first time. What's the chances of that? Yep, the shims are falling off, so that's good. The spring was upside down. The way you think the spring goes, it doesn't. It's very misleading. Now, so this part of the spring actually hooks on the top of that, of your selector. Oh, come on. And then the little hook goes behind your anti-reverse arm. And you get it all in there and get where it's working, square it up. That's good. And I guess those shims are to keep it from any kind of side to side. And that's a little bit more than I'd like to see. You want the lockup on that to be pretty tight. So let's go with a couple more and see what happens. I'm getting to where I understand why the shims are there now. What in the... Oh, gosh. Yeah, take that out. Take the spring back out. And we'll drop in. I think there was two more of these shims. Where'd the other one go? I must have put it in there. So where'd it go? Oh my gosh. Oh, there it is. These things are so small and tiny. Hiding from me. Okay, so I must have put all the shims in there. I don't see any more anywhere. I got them all out of the package, so we're going to go with the whole stack of them. But what that does is it takes all that play out of that anti-reverse dog, so you don't have any, when it locks up, the spool, it can't keep moving a little bit. Makes sense. I can't put any more shims in what I got here, so we'll have to go with what I got. And this goes down, hooks behind that, and that hooks behind that. Like this, you see there? That and that and that. You got a lot from that, didn't you? Yeah, okay, so that's probably too many shims because now it's not moving freely. Yeah. So we're going to take the shim out. So we get to do this again. This is what you get into when you start customizing reels, folks. Sorry about that. We're going to try to pick one of those shims out. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll take the whole stack of them out. start over. Should be 3. It should be 4. I thought there was 4 in the package. But there was 4. I really don't know where the 4th one went. It's not down in the reel anywhere, so we'll go back with 2. I'm going to make a huge assumption here that all these shims are the same thickness. Whereas if you're setting up a rear end on or a differential on a car, you'll have a shim stack that they're all different sizes, so you can mix and match and get your pinion preload and all those wonderful things just right. I'm using my screw setter because I figured I didn't wore out all my luck getting that screw in there and not getting it sideways. So we'll put that back over there and tighten this up. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, so we got that. Let's cut that anti-reverse off for now. Yeah, let's put the pinion back in. What I was saying about these bearings, you can, if you want to, take the shield to the inside of the reel. You can take that out, and that will speed the bearing up just a little bit. And of course, this bearing seems to have some grease in it. I'm not sure why. We'll put some oil in there. But you can have it open to the inside of the reel because no dirt's should get into it, the bearing from the inside, right? So we will do that on this one. I put some of this purple grease in a reel the other day and really, really liked the way it ran. It may be too thin on a hot summer day. We'll see. We're going to find out. All right. Okay, let's flip the anti-reverse back on. I like it. It's got a nice solid lockup on it. We can go ahead and put the rotor back on. A little bit of grease on that ramp right there. And you got your rotor lock, which you don't have to change. You can just put it goes in just like that. And then you push your pinion up as far as you can, put the rotor nut on it. That's probably a 14, and I probably have one in my snap-on here. Yes, I do. Don't kill it with torque, folks. Listen how smooth that Canaria is. Okay, we're getting somewhere with this build now. Goodness. Sorry about this, folks. I really am. We're going to go with some good quality high-speed oil on this bushing. And you can oil this from the outside too. So you don't have to kill it right here. You can get to it later. You oil it by taking your handle out, put oil in there. When you screw the handle back in, it pushes the oil out of that hole right there. A lot of people don't know that. Okay, and I did notice this shaft, the pin keeps coming out of it, so that's not great. I could clean it and just put a little drop of Loctite in there, would hold it. The shaft, the little pin is knurled, and it's no longer gripping inside that brass. So we're going to work on that. Yeah, got to clean it good. Let's just dip it down in the alcohol. I'll clean it. Okay, that'll get it clean. And then the same thing with this. We'll get a fresh Q-tip here. Keep a thing of isopropyl alcohol on your workbench all the time. You will use the heck out of it. We'll clean that. Alcohol doesn't take long to dry. That's another nice thing about it. And we'll just use a little drop of, this is Permatex, but I mean, I've got the actual Loctite brand 242. Had this stuff around forever. It lasts forever. You don't have to worry about it going bad. Just do a little test thing of it and get it shook up really good. There you go. And start your pin in there. And just a little dab of Loctite right there. Push the pin in. Clean it up. Make sure it's centered. Give it a few minutes. Loctite works better on the absence of air, just kind of like super glue. So I don't know. We'll see if it holds up. It may not. It can't be worse. So the next step is to not knock my pin back out while it's setting up, but to take, I'll use this, I like this gear lube. This thing, this shaft slides up and down on those drag washers. Well, not the drag washers themselves, but the part that keeps the drag washer stacked together. I forget what they call it. It's got the little clicker wheel on it. And so you need to make it so it can do its job. Ooh, picked up some grease on the way in there, didn't I? We got one snap ring put in back here. It's so slick, it's wanting to slide back out. I love it. And that's going to be a bear. I kind of got it in place. Gee whiz. You got to kind of get this thing turned around where you can push down on it. And please be careful here, because if this thing starts coming back out and it's got any kind of like partially installed, it's got energy and it's just going, it's gone. All right, let's lube the gears up. I don't like this purple lube. I'm sorry, I think it's cool. It's very thin. All right. That leftover shim right there, I'm actually going to put down in with the old anti-reverse dog. Put that up. We're done with those parts. This can just go in the tray. This cover, like I said, I've been told it may cause problems. Let's see what happens. Gotta thank my friend Marcus Ortego for, he sold me one that he bought as an extra one, and he didn't have to do that. And there is the other shim I was wondering what happened to. It must have been stuck on this body somewhere. So right there, it's rubbing. He was right. I'm not sure what it's rubbing on. I think it's where the knob or screw goes through. He said his did it, and he had to go through, and yeah, it's hitting right in there. So you can't take much off of this, can you? But you might be able to take some off the lever. But man, I hate to do that in the reel because that's going to be shavings everywhere. So I'm probably going to stop the video and take this, and I'm going to take it, and I'm going to take the arm back off, and I'm going to, I need to put this up while I can before I forget where it goes. And once I get the tools together, I'll come back and I'll run the video while I trim it and clean it up, so you'll see how I do things. But that definitely needs to be grounded out. It's hitting right there on this post, and I was told this would happen, so I'm not upset. And I realize that these things, this is a modification. Nothing's factory on it now, so we're going to deal with things like this. So the best thing to do is just pull this arm back out. Well, maybe. Okay, take that C-clip out and go ahead and take this C-clip out, because I don't want anywhere near my gear when I'm grinding on it. So we're just going to take the whole thing back out. Oh, leave the gear in there, John. There we go. We're going to leave that just like that. And I'm going to, whoops, that's got a shim under it. Don't lose that. Let's clean this up. And I'm going to go get my die grinder. And let's do a little modification. Hang on just a minute. Okay, we're going to try this. Here at the house, I use a lot of these Hercules tools. They're very good tools. I don't use them at work. I use Milwaukee at work, but I've covered up my fishing reel, everything on the bench here, so keep the mess down. We're gonna grind this out right here. Just gonna grind it out. See how we're making more of an arch in there? These are really good tools, folks. I'm telling you, I've got the Milwaukee version of this, which costs like 3 times as much. And this tool here does everything it will do, and then some, for a fraction of the price. So don't hesitate to buy Hercules. They're really good. All right, so what we'll do now, we got that ground out, is to make sure we deburr it really good, because that will catch on that gear and make the performance of the reel pretty rough. This lever is made out of brass, so it's pretty easy to grind. You can see the brass particles I kept off my tools and my fishing reel there. I could have done it with a file, I mean, but that's a lot quicker. So why not, right? So we're going to carefully take all these clippings, gather them up in my rag, and shake them out. We're good here now. All right, let's put it back together. First thing goes back on is this little bitty shim right here. And then we're going to put this piece back on. Make sure the block's pointing down, okay? And we'll put the snap ring E-clip back on it. Keep your thumb over it. And you can push your axle shaft back in. And we're going to push that clip. This is one you can't really put your thumb over. I mean, there's just no way. So you just got to kind of get it lined up and snap it. Now let's see what we got. What a cool looking cover, man. They got a clear. He didn't want to let go of any of his clears, but he said, I'll sell you a green one. And you know what? I'm happy with that. I have no complaints over the green one. I think it looks nice. What's going on with that? No, it's still hitting somewhere. Right in there. Oh, I still need to grind on it some more. Yeah. I fixed that part of it. Okay. Hey, no problem. We know what to do now, right? Oh. I mean, I guess that's where it's hitting. Was it hitting back here somewhere? It looked like it was hitting right through there. Well, the thing to do is put some grease on that part. Like that. Put it back on. I'm gonna wear the screws out, taking it on and off, aren't I? Yeah, that's pretty sure that's where it's at right there. So what we'll do this time, yes, you see where it's hitting it at? And then we can look on this side of it and we can mark it. It's hitting it from here to here. So I need to grind a little bit more of that out. No problem. We'll just reverse or redo the process again. Take that snap ring back out. I might need to use the clip now. It's turned a funny direction on me. There we go. These little tools from Harbor Freight, little clip tools. These are O-ring picks. Man, you can't beat them for getting these little E-clips out where you can't reach them very well. So the next thing I do to this reel, I'll probably paint it. I'll take it all back apart. Now, when I get it running the way I want it to run, I'll take it all the way back apart, and I will paint the reel whatever color I choose to paint it. Honestly, probably will be that color green. Probably close to stock. I'll have to sandblast it. So let me get another rag out over here. Get a clean rag. Cover all this up. I don't think I made that many shavings, but we'll go be safe about. Oh, I done wiped off my marks. Well, that sucks. Well, we're just gonna have to go for it. Might get a little hot on your fingers. A little warm. A few shavings. Deburr it. All right. Uncover the mess. Going through some rags today, and not because they're dirty, but just because I can still use a rag. I just won't be using them over here on the bench. All right, let's put it all back. The washer's still in there. Once again, thumb over the E-clip. And let's rotate the reel around. Give us a little bit more room to put this clip in. This thing is slick. I'll give this reel one thing. It is slick. It's going to be a fun one to fish with. I can't wait. Very smooth. It's smoother than my last build was. You got to make sure when you put this on, because that wire has got to go on that little cog there in the middle. It clicks when the drag's being pulled out. It's important that you have that work on a reel. I get a lot of reels in here for repair that doesn't work and probably hasn't worked in forever. And the problem with that is, look at there. It's ready to go. All right. So we'll put some oil down in here and let this reel sit for a second while we figure out this mess. We're going to reuse this, and we'll reuse my felt. So I'm going to put the felt back in there. And this threads left-hand thread onto that. And you can change the throw. No, not on this handle you can't actually. Okay. That was on the other one of the other brands. All right. This is the stuff that came with the knob. So I'm going to assume we use this because I have no instructions. If I had them, I probably wouldn't read them anyway. So there's that. Let's get this out. I'm pretty sure this goes on like that. This goes like that. And then your screw. That may be left-hand thread. I don't think so. Look like it wants to go in there, does it? Honestly, it look like different thread sizes. This probably fits the factory one, but not this. That's what it is. This would fit the factory handle. What I do with it? Yeah. See, this screw would, if you were putting this knob on this arm, it'd fit that. So that's why that's not going to work. So let's see what we got here. more modifications or figuring things out, I guess. Oh yeah. More funness. Seems kind of wobbly. I don't know. There should be like a little. There it is. That's what that goes in here. So you got this little black bushing that will go in first. It's upside down. That's why it's not going in. Well, maybe not. Okay. Okay. What do we got going on here? Does this push out? Yes, it does. Okay. So I think this is supposed to go up in the end of this. I think like this, but it sure ain't act like it wants to do that. What this is a bushing. Keep the handle, the knob from wobbling, but it sure don't want to go in there, folks. But it looks like it should. You see how it's going to wobble without this? Oh boy. How do you make that happen, huh? A lot of little plastic parts here that aren't going to want to cooperate. Well, it's got to go in there. Yeah, I can see where it's supposed to go. It's supposed to go in there. Maybe gonna make a big old mistake here because I'll have to order a whole nother knob. These knobs are like $50, folks. Not even lying. Tell you what I'll do. Take my X-Acto knife and chamfer this hole out a little bit. Get a little chamfer where it may start going up in there. Lots of sirens this morning. I don't know what's going on. The weather's not that dang bad. Let's get that in there. Yeah. Okay, it was going and it stopped. So the moral of the story, folks, if you don't like to modify things, don't do this, because you're gonna be in the middle of it. There, finally, that goes in there. Oh, now it don't want to fit on the handle. Okay, there we go. That's gonna have to be pushed down again. I don't like that. That's way too tight. It's flaring it out up there at the end, so I'm going to file that. I could chuck that in a drill and make this a lot faster process, but we'll just start walking it in to where it fits. See, now it's the inside diameter. It's not wanting to do right. Okay, well, I can fix that too. You know, we want to mess around, let's mess around. We'll take a little half round file here and open that inside diameter up. If you don't have these tools, you're probably in for a fight. Just telling you, it's a lot to do. See, it's just right there at the end. It's just really, and the way it was too tight. So what do? We have to fix it. Oh, the way it was without this bushing was too loose. The weird thing is this bushing fits that, not that shaft there just right. But once you push it down in this piece of plastic, then it no longer wants to fit it. Yeah, not happy with this. It's like this shaft here is, you know what? Oh, I can't take that shaft off of there. It's pinned. Golly. Same here. That ain't gonna happen. Well, the only thing I know, folks, is they should have made this compatible, and it's not. It is not at all compatible. Because the bushing should slip on the shaft, not inside of this. And it should spin freely, and I'm not real happy with this at all. Not at all. things I get myself into here. This is the only file I got that will really fit down in there good. It's getting better, but still, just keep playing with it, I guess. Didn't have this problem my last one. I don't know what the difference is. Different handle, I guess different handle shaft with handle knob, I don't know. I think they were all Avail though, weren't they? I don't really know. It's been a few minutes since I started this video. Let's see here. That should be right. Oh, pop this out. What the devil? It's almost like it's too long for it or something. All right, we'll put the screw in there and see what happens. Not crazy about this at all. See, it's not even wanting to move. That's not supposed to be like that, folks. Yeah. And see, I can pull the thing all the way off. It's not acceptable at all. This is stupid. And this doesn't fit. It's like this shaft is wrong. I have another shaft in here. Remember, I was looking at it there a few minutes ago. I was like, what? Why do I have this? Now, I think it's the same thing, though. Yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah, my handle's not going to work. At all. I'm going to push that bushing back out of it if it'll come out. Yeah, it'll come out of it. Maybe try one of these shims in there and then put that little screw back in, but I don't think that's going to matter. You have to leave the handle loose, the screw loose out of the handle to make it work. That's not acceptable. Could it be this? No, it's got to have something down there to keep it from... Wow. Very disappointing. I'm not going to lie. You spend a lot of money on stuff and it doesn't work. I guess that's where a fool and his money parts, right? It's not correct at all. If you don't put a shim in there, the handle will just pull right off of it. This handle will come off, but with that, it works there, but it's not. This won't make any difference, I don't think. I can put it on there and see. Yeah, see, it locks it up immediately. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this. That's junk. That's just expensive junk right there. And yeah, I'm a little upset about it. I'm a little salty about it. I can't use that knob. I used it on my other one, but I think the other one came with different shafts and stuff. So wait a minute. What if we use this knob or this screw? Let's try this. Maybe this will be a workaround. Take that bushing out. And get this bigger. See, it won't work. This is the same as that one. So I may have bought the wrong thing for this reel. I don't know. Yeah, it's all jacked. I don't think there's any way to make this work. These shims actually go down the other side. They don't go up here. I don't even know if they'll go down in here. Yeah, they do. This is just a perfect size for that, but it doesn't work with anything here. It doesn't go on top. Well, I guess it could. It doesn't go on the bottom at all. It actually fits the top better. Is that where it's made to go? Interesting. Let's knock that little bushing back out. Maybe this is the trick right here. Looks funky as hell. That don't look right. The screw should be recessed down into this thing, not right there. See, this will never hold the knob on there, and all it is locking it up. So what we're going to do is put the factory knob back on it until I can figure out what I need to make this knob work with this setup here. So it's going to have to be a black knob. That's fine. Yeah, we got to put the shims in there. Yeah. Okay. Might as well put them all in there. This thing is really, I guess that's all of them. It's 2. I thought there was 3. Well, folks, that'll work. Seems kind of floppy. Hold on. Let's keep jacking around with this damn thing. We finally get it right. I don't know. I had that little bushing somewhere. This took off on me. It's back in here again. If anybody's done this modification before, let me know what you did to make it work. I can't remember which handle I got and which knob I got now. I've got stuff over here in the trash. I have to dig it back out. See, that locks it up. It's not going to work. See how wiggly it is? It ain't supposed to be like that. Let's see if this bushing will work up here at the top. Okay, well that's not bad. I'll go with that. Okay, no shims. Oops, get off my finger there. Let's just give it some oil and get this reel together. I just want it usable. Really, really disheartening. Not gonna lie. Just all the good stuff here, nothing working together. I'm okay with the black knob. I just hate spending. I spent the money on the wooden knob, and there's nothing wrong with that though. Let's put the new spool on it. So the only thing I'd like to black out would be these 2 screws, that ring, and that ring. But I mean, it's got a good mixture of chrome and black now, so I don't know. Maybe we're okay. Well, there it is. Good grief. What a mess. I apologize it took so long to sort all these things out. But nice reel. I'll do a little intro to it to warn people that it will not be a quick video. Unfortunately. So if you don't like watching long, lengthy videos, it's probably not the one for you. I also do an outro with me fishing with this reel. Just got to put line on it. I guess I could put the sticker on. I've got a couple of them, so I don't know. I don't think it'll fit on here, actually. No, it's not really made for that. So we'll just put those in the tub over here and call that good. All right. Well, yeah. What a mess. I don't normally spend that much time on a reel. I've modified a lot of reels. Never spent that much time on it. So I'm happy with it though. You can see through the cover. That's kind of cool. You can see where that lever was hitting where the screw goes through the cover. And took care of that problem, overcame that. Got the knob where it works. I'm okay with it being black. I'm just going to leave it. I'm not even going to bother to order another knob. I'll save that one. It'll be a spare from my other reel upstairs. It has the black knob on it, so may need it someday. It has that same wooden knob, is what I meant to say. And let's clean up the workbench here. I appreciate y'all watching and sticking with me on a really long video of me trying to work through a couple of issues. So I really like it. It's very smooth. I've got some braid to put on this. They give you a hole on these spool. Let's see if I can find it. There's supposed to be a hole. Maybe not. Wow. It looks like there's one right there, but it ain't. This piece of dirt. Okay, well, I wanted to put braid on this reel. I do have spare spools for these reels. I've got one's already got some. I think this is 4-pound test, and this one doesn't have anything on it. The problem is with these spools is they're so deep that you got to put 10,000 yards of line on there. And that's why I ordered this shallow spool. And it's supposed to have, let's just check it, drag out. Very smooth. It's supposed to have the little bitty hole where you stick the braid down there, tie a knot on it, and you're good to go. But that's a very smooth throw. It's a real, see how the throw is very short. The original goes to about right there. This throw is pretty short, so you get a really quick return on the bail. And it's open wide enough where it'll cast off of it just fine. That's a nice little addition. Oh, it's so smooth. So smooth. Let's wipe this thing down. And after I put some line on it and take it fishing, we'll do a video on that. Gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna do my braided line now. I don't have a hole to put the daggum line in. This is another disappointment, you know. It's supposed to have a hole in the spool. Oh boy. Now, I'm not drilling a brand new spool, so Incredible. So to run braid on there, I'm going to have to probably run a small strip of electrical tape around it after I get it on there and run a few turns, or get it on there and run a loop of electrical tape and then run it, because I don't want it to slip on the spool. Okay, well, you know, I'm a dummy. I spent a lot of money on a stupid modification that didn't work. So anyway, this is John Vintage Fisherman. Please like and subscribe. Take a kid fishing, and at the end of this, there's going to be a fishing video with this reel. So thank y'all for watching. Y'all sure you don't want them? I don't even like to catch trout. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Oh. Hang on there. I'm gonna throw you back. Hang on, hang on. Nope, 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 nope. Come on, come on. Nope. Gravity is not working for me.